Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. We're going to jump into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Mcrt, and yesterday I was hanging out with the CMO of XT.com. It's the second biggest spot exchange for cryptocurrency. Very interesting guy. We came up with billionaire companies are called unicorns. We came up with a new name for trillionaire company, which is the rhinoceros dinosaur. Can't remember it right now. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin, Mcrt, Ethereum. Hit the subscribe button. Join 77,000 people. Smash up the thumbs up button. Make sure you're following Mcrt. The plan has been initiated, which is beautiful. Mcrt is pumping, which is also very beautiful. And I'm glad that a lot of you got the movement the last 1 month. It's more than 400%, which is 4 times your money, which is beautiful. And why I really like this, it's a project. I'm the founder of the project Mcrt. You have to always do your own due diligence, but I really believe in it. Our goal is to become the #1 play to earn game, beat Axie Infinity, which currently has a $1.5 billion market cap. At its peak, Axie Infinity had $9 billion market cap. And Mcrt is currently 10 million. So it's 150 times. That's the equivalent of Bitcoin going to 150 times. 100 times would be Bitcoin going, 10 times would be Bitcoin going to 200,000, 100 times would be Bitcoin going to 2 million. So it's the equivalent of Bitcoin going to $3 million. Mcrt catching up to Axie Infinity is the equivalent of Bitcoin going to $3 million per Bitcoin. Or it's the equivalent of Ethereum going to 250 times 2,000. 450,000. It's the equivalent. Mcrt catching up to current market cap of Axie Infinity is the equivalent of Ethereum going to 450,000 per Ethereum. So that's why you really need to pay attention to this. 4 times meaning 400% in the last month on Mcrt. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. And 400% is the equivalent of Bitcoin going up to oops, I got to open trading. 100% is the equivalent of Bitcoin already being at 100,000. In the last month, Mcrt has moved that, so quite a big movement. Yesterday, everything about even mem coins pumped a little bit, Shiba, Solana, a little bit movements, but nearly the market all around very flat. Bitcoin still holding this $24,000 area. On the 4-hourly, we're very oversold. It's coming to the trend line. Now, it can, here it's a bit of a, I would go bullish here because we've got a lot of support. A lot of volume. Stochastic is oversold on the weekly, extremely oversold on the daily, turning up on the hourly, a little bit overbought, but still turning up. Let's check out other indicators. RSI on the on the daily, still making higher highs, heading up. Squeeze mob on the daily. Let's check out that as well. It's going green. 4-hourly finished its reset, which is beautiful. Stochastic, it looks good. Bitcoin on these time frames. Let's check out the Bitcoin indicator bot. Bitcoin here fired a sell back there, hasn't yet fired a buy on the Bitcoin indicator bot on the daily. Crypto Guru bot fired a buy down there and still holding strong, which is beautiful. EMA ribbons on the daily are turning, which is good news. They're tightening on the 4-hourly, turning to head down, which is not so amazing. So that's what's happening on Bitcoin. I would be going long here on the 4-hourly because the oversold. On the hourly, pulling back a little bit. On the 15 minutes, what pattern do we have here on 15 minutes? We've got a W formation and we've got a kind of symmetrical triangle. We have a symmetrical triangle here on the 15 minutes. Or it's actually ascending channel. Ascending channel. So it can pull back to around here before bouncing on the daily and heading up. I would be going towards the upside on Bitcoin. So I'd open a long here from this point here, stop loss just underneath for short-term trade and take profit at the weekly. That's a short-term trade, risking 116 to make $521 with 10x leverage, $5,200. That's nice. That's the short-term trade you can take. And the long-term trade will be the top of this channel, which gives epic risk to reward, risking $116 to make $1,636 with 10x leverage, $16,000, which is beautiful. Mcrt today is up quite a bit, actually. Mcrt against Bitcoin is up 8.96. It's up 8% against the US dollar, 8.96 against Bitcoin, 8.98 against Ethereum. And that's what I've been talking about. Even though Ethereum and Bitcoin have been climbing, Mcrt has climbed in the last month the equivalent of Bitcoin and Ethereum going up. Ethereum going up to $10,000 per Ethereum, and Magicraft has climbed in the last month, the equivalent of Bitcoin going to $100,000. So pay attention to MCRT, everyone. I've been telling everyone, you need to always do your own due diligence, but pay attention. Magicraft MCRT ranked 3057, BNB, Phantom, and Ethereum Smart Chain, CertiK audited. It's a play to earn game, 10.8 million market cap, and that's why it can 150 times to get to the market cap of current Axie Infinity. Volume up 35%, 713,000, which is beautiful. The chart on the daily looking very strong, 7 days, about holding and building pressure. On the monthly, looking amazing and very climbing with a lot of volume, which is beautiful. Currently on PancakeSwap, 1 Ethereum gets you 215,868 MCRT. 100 US dollars, USDT, 100 USDT, oops, let's put it here, gets you currently 11,510 MCRT. $1,000 gets you 114,000 MCRT, and that's quite amazing because 1 month ago, 1,000 US dollars gave you 580,000 MCRT. So in the last month, $1,000 used to get you 580,000 MCRT, now it gets you 114,000 MCRT. And everyone that has MCRT, don't forget staking. The TVL is climbing like crazy today. It has now 410 million MCRT locked in the staking protocol, 30% APR. These are the bonuses and these are the lockup periods, which is beautiful. And yeah, Magicraft doing amazing against Bitcoin and Ethereum. My Binance account, my Bybit account, my account is at 513,000 in here. I've got 230,000 of Bitcoin, 9.6 Bitcoin. Let's pump it to 10 Bitcoin just to make it more beautiful. So I'm going to buy another 0.4 Bitcoin. So I'm going to buy another 0.4 Bitcoin at the current price. Buy. Confirm. So now I have 10 Bitcoin in here. I've got 151,000 of Solana, 68,000 USDT, 4,600 Ethereum. My Bitcoin trade is up 12,000, 172%. It's a $62,000 Bitcoin trade, which is also beautiful. I might actually add more to this Bitcoin trade here. I'm going to add another, let's get it to a $70,000 trade. So another $8,000 here, because I think it can really go for a run here. So I'm going to add more to this Bitcoin long at the current price. $8,000 more to the long. Confirm. Let's see, it's executing. Yep, it's executed. So this now trade is it's a $133,000 Bitcoin trade. Ooh, I added $8,000 with 10x leverage. So this trade is now $133,000 Bitcoin trade. I made it $15,000 of margin. Let's check out Bitcoin. If that was I think this is a good move actually, because Bitcoin is, unless it dumps here and drops a lot from here, but let's check the liquidation price. The liquidation price 19,600. Not amazing. The liquidation price needs to be underneath here, underneath 17,000, 18,000. So I'm going to add some margin to this trade. I'm going to add another margin, $3,000 to this trade, not $5,000 to this trade, $7,000 to this trade of margin. So 18,400. Confirm. So this trade is now a $21,000 margin trade for $133,000 of Bitcoin position. Liquidation price 18,400. And that's what's happening in the markets. Now on Binance, I've got in here up $2,300 today, 480,000 US dollars, Bitcoin 10, BNB 117,000, Solana 109,000, which is beautiful. And this is some cool stuff. Someone made a Magicraft MCRT cake and some cupcakes, which is cool. Congratulations, Safra. Thank you, James. Never miss your videos. He won 200 USD. Some Magicraft images from the gameplay, and I'll show you the Twitter as well, because the Twitter, I don't have the Twitter open. I'll show you in the next video, but Magicraft Twitter is blowing up. Let's check out now the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies. We're getting still a big bounce, but still in this rising wedge, and we finished the 5 counts. So now we're having ABC correction after this, but it's not actually correcting much, which is quite interesting. But this is something to keep in mind. This is a rising wedge, and that's a bearish pattern. We've got a rising wedge on the 4-hourly. On the daily, we look like we had a major support here, but a rising wedge is forming. We need to break above 1.19 trillion to invalidate this rising wedge. On the hourly, we're oversold. On the 4-hourly, oversold. it's looking quite good here. The top of the channel, 1.19 trillion, is where we need a break above for the cryptocurrency markets. Let's go into Solana now, and then Ethereum. Solana. Let's go into it. Solana now, 4.3. Solana is pumping a little bit right now. Stochastic oversold on the hourly, on the daily bull flagging on the stochastic, and also in a slight rising wedge, but it looks like it's heading towards the top of the channel. Volume increasing. It's got a W formation here in the shorter time, in the 15-minute time frame. We have a W formation forming here. And look at this. Someone sold a lot of Solana here. It went from 44 all the way to 41. Someone sold around 64,000 Solana and then instantly bounced back. So a lot of buying pressure here, which is beautiful. Also creating a small W formation in the shorter term time frame. If that breaks to the upside, we get a little bit, it's not massive movement, but it's a movement of this much for Solana, which would be taking us to around $45. But we do need to invalidate this large head and shoulders that's forming on Solana. Double top head and shoulders. It's kind of a weird one, but it is possible to go down to 39 if this head and shoulders, if there's a pullback in the markets. But it's still climbing higher, making higher highs, higher lows. So it is looking quite bullish, especially on the weekly for Solana. Look at the volume that came out at the bottom. Crazy amount of volume and buying. So pay attention. Let's go into now Ethereum Classic. In Ethereum Classic, why it's very powerful is when Ethereum switches to proof of stake, all the miners are going to move over to Ethereum Classic. So that's why Ethereum Classic, pay attention to it. It's also forming a giant W formation here on the daily charts at 53. If that breaks, that W formation to the upside, that will be taking us to 100 and actually no, it'll be taking us here. This distance. Ethereum Classic. Pay attention to it. But the biggest gainer so far this month and in the long run, if we achieve our goals, is MCRT. So targets are $53.67 and $123 for Ethereum Classic. Let's check out MCRT now. MCRT. In the last, it's gone up more. So from the bottom, MCRT is now up 490% in the last month. 490%. So if you bought $1,000 down here, like I showed you on PancakeSwap, that would be now almost $5,000. If you bought $10,000, that would be $50,000. If you bought $100,000, that would be $500,000. And many people are making huge gains on MCRT, which is beautiful. Again, you can get it on PancakeSwap and multiple exchanges. And again, $1,000 currently gives you 114,000 MCRT. And this is my token. I want to keep that in mind. I am the founder of this play to earn project, and it is consolidating here and looking like it's going to have a big breakout. We have very exciting news for MCRT coming out, by the way. A lot of exchanges. We've got 5 exchanges now signed up, some of the biggest in the world. And we're going to, if you've been following my plan, it's in effect a lot of gaming crypto influencers worldwide now are starting to talk about MCRT. If you search for MCRT on YouTube, you're going to see influencers from all over the world, crypto and gaming. We're releasing in-game the beta, closed beta soon, so you need to have 1 million MCRT and one Genesis NFT collection to be participating in the closed beta. Then we're going to be releasing gameplay footage, releasing the closed beta, releasing on exchanges, 1 exchange each week for 5 weeks, going into Christmas and launching the full, this is our goal, the PC, Android, and iOS version of the game. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have an amazing day. Congratulations, everyone who got that 500% movement on MCRT. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button. My goal for MCRT is $10 to beat Axie Infinity and to become the #1 play to earn game in space. Thank you for watching. Check it out, MCRT on Twitter, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.